34. And that was Andre Smith, who also just entered the game. Smith wearing number 34 today. Mustangs send it high in the air. Now a foul in the Laurel Highlands zone. Coming 15 minutes in against Brownsville. And Zach Mitchell will take the free kick here for the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands set to make some changes as well on the far side. 3 Mustangs waiting to check in. Among those players, Garrett Kopich, number 24, as Mitchell sends it high into the air again. Rice looking for the header. Now Lucas trying to track it down, but it one-hops into Jacob Bana, the Brownsville keeper. They'll roll it out to Mark Sharanek here on the near side. Couldn't get around. Eli Mitchell. Mitchell back to his right, looking there for Lucas. Won again by the Falcons, but dribbled out of play by Zach Ruffcorn. Now Laurel Highlands making 4 changes here. Among the players entering the game, number 3, Jarrett Davis. We mentioned number 25. Check that, 24, Garrett Kopich. Also coming in. We'll check the other Mustangs that entered in just a moment as Kopich has it right now. Sends it back up top to Mears. Low shot, just misses wide on the near side. Might have nicked the near post. So Laurel Highlands, with their fair share of opportunities over the last 5 to 6 minutes. This game's still scoreless as the Falcons supporters make some noise. Colton Delarose to take the goal kick off the body of Kopich and played ahead here to Timmy Lucas. Well defended again by Delarose, who sends it out here on the near side. Timmy Mahalko to work it back in. Headed again by Lucas, trying to free it up to Kopich. Kopich battling in there with Zach Ruffcorn, who wins the ball for Brownsville. But back again to Lucas. Lucas off to his right, and the shot again goes wide. That shot taken from about 25 yards out for the Mustangs. It's a nice defense there from Brownsville's Andre Smith. And Bana will again take the goal kick here for Brownsville. Get off the head of Lucas. Played by the Falcons. Forward to Smith. Smith playing it off to his left to Eli Ruffcorn, trying to push it ahead. Well defended by Laurel Highlands' Carmen Cavanaugh, just checked into the game. Another new Mustang in there. Laurel Highlands stays on the attack, trying to go across the field here on the near side to Kopich. Broken up again by Delarose, ahead to Smith. Smith back through midfield. Brownsville on the attack. Pushed ahead by Kremboski. Trying to free it up to Sabatula, but the ball will roll right in to the Mustang keeper, Jake Campbell, the freshman, getting another start here in goal in Laurel Highlands conference opener. And Campbell sends it back to Connor Rapp, and boy, was Rapp instrumental in Laurel Highlands' win over Albert Gallatin on Saturday with 4 goals in that 9-1 win. He'll look to lead the attack here in Brownsville. Sabatula's shot just going high. Jake Sabatula almost put the Falcons on the board. Just over the crossbar. And we stay scoreless. We expected this game to be rather competitive here today. We mentioned Brownsville with a win over Bentworth in their opener, 2-0. Laurel Highlands played Bentworth as well. They played to a full-time 0-0 draw, but since it was a tournament game, they went to penalty kicks. The Mustangs won on penalty kicks 3-1, but since the WPIL does not recognize extra time in regular season games, and as far as the WPIL is concerned, the game went into the books as a draw. Being a non-conference game really doesn't matter too much there. And we're just about midway through this first half, and we've got to have a goal on either side registered here today. Look for Connor Rapp to maybe come free on that front line, playing with a lot of energy for Laurel Highlands, but Smith breaking back. A little chip ahead to Sabatul, who's trying to track it down, but the ball out of play here on the near side. Well defended there by Russell Blejo, and Timmy Mahalko wasting no time, sending it back in. Looking for Kopich, played back to Dylan Seaman, who sends on his back line again as the Mustangs with some speed there. Russell Blejo trying to push it ahead to Mears. Back on it again, Kremboski for Brownsville. Lucas Kremboski trying to play it back to his back line, but Timmy Lucas there for Laurel Highlands, sending it out of play. With 19:49 left until halftime. This game's still scoreless. And Brownsville making another change as Trevor Lee, number 00, will enter the game.
Substitution into the game, number 0, Trevor.
First time we've seen Lee in the game tonight. And the Falcons send it in. Zach Ruffcorn battling there for the Falcons, sending it high in the air a couple of times before Mears pulls it back down for Laurel Highlands. Here's Mears trying to push it ahead, but again, Ruffcorn there to knock it down again for the Falcons. And a little chip as they try to free Sharanek here on the near side. Sharanek trying to get around Garrett Kopich, and the ball will hop over to Jake Campbell, who comes out of goal to pick it up and help his team's cause, and then fire it down here on the near side over to Garrett Kopich. Chip by Delarose, but right over to Dylan Seaman of Laurel Highlands. Seaman forward to Kopich. Kopich trying to play it back here for the Mustangs over to Zach Mitchell. Mitchell quite a trooper out there for the Mustangs. Again, he went the entire way in the 90-degree heat on Saturday against Albert Gallatin. Laurel Highlands a nice break here. Set on the far side to Carmen Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh trying to play it back into the box. And the ball goes over that back line. Will be a Laurel Highlands corner kick from the far side to be taken by junior Carmen Kavanaugh.
Laurel Highlands.
And Kavanaugh fired into the box. Blejo up defensively, looking for a header here on the near side. He went diving for it, but the ball out of his range and out of play. And Blejo just creeping in.
18 minutes left. We're still scoring.
Looking like Kai Kamara out there for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs on the diving header attempt. And the ball goes over the back line off of Laurel Highlands and out. And Colton Delarose will take the goal kick here for the Falcons. And played right back to Garrett Kopich again. Kopich off to his right to Mears, who spins forward. And a shot taken there by Lucas going high. So Timmy Lucas, another nice attempt there from the top of the 18. Sailing over the goal, and both of these teams now with their fair share of opportunities, 23 minutes in. But we're still scoreless here on the natural grass surface at the Redstone Field here in Republic. Once again, it's Delarose taking another goal kick here for Brownsville. Ken sends it high on the near side and out of play. We talked about some of the adjustments Laurel Highlands having to make today, not only the natural grass surface, but a much narrower field than they're used to playing here, using the football dimensions instead of the soccer dimensions. That's why it takes, I think, teams a little while to adjust here in the opening minutes when coming down to Brownsville. Mitchell, a little collision there with Lucas Kremboski. Ball goes out of play on the far side off of Brownsville and outs. And Mitchell to take the throw in here for the Mustangs. Fires it in. Falcons backline knocked it down, chipped in the air. And they're over to Shandon Marshall, who's again pressured by Lucas. Ball comes in open space on the far side. Falcons try to keep it alive, and they do with Zach Ruffcorn. Just pushes it back to Jared Davis of Laurel Highlands. And here's Seaman ahead to Lucas, off to his right again to Mears. Mears trying to come forward. And spinning off to his left is Miserak trying to clear. Kavanaugh comes crashing in. And the ball goes out of play on the far side off of Kavanaugh and out. And over to Brownsville. And the throw-in to be taken by Shandon Marshall. A lot of young players seeing time out there. Marshall, a sophomore. Sends it in high. Mitchell trying to track it down. Pokes it off to his left.
Brad Beatty comes into the game. 15:32 left.
Once again, Brownsville controls on their back line. Forward here to Smith. Mahalko trying to defend for Laurel Highlands. Does a nice job to get it over to Garrett Kopich in open space. Kopich plays it back to Seaman, and now Mitchell, who has this pass attempt deflected by Marshall over to Smith. Seaman again comes over to poke it free for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs doing a nice job to get back. Trying to come forward here with numbers. We're looking on the chip there for Rapp. Never got his way. Deflected out of bounds. Kopich reloads. Again looks in Rapp's direction. Off of Delarose. Comes free here to Lucas. Lucas again off to his right. A little bit too far behind Mears. Pressure there again by Delarose, but Lucas able to regain. Off to his left again to Rapp. Center top of the box. Goes all the way through. Never got to Mears. And look out. Here's Brownsville coming back. A nice attack forward. Looking there for Shandon Marshall, but deflected out of play by Laurel Highlands. And Marshall will have to send it back in here from the near side. And Brownsville making another change here. And we'll step aside for a quick timeout on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Diane Zinn is a lifelong resident of this area and has been a full-time real estate agent for 20 years. She is an associate broker at Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty and has been a multi-million-dollar producer agent. Considering a relocation to our area, Diane can be helpful in specific areas that might be of interest to you, guiding you in buying that perfect home for your family and providing mortgage avenues for financing your dream home. If you need a market value for your home, this service is also provided with the knowledge that only a full-time realtor can provide in our current sales market. Diane will take the necessary time to help you find that ultimate dream home and will also take the time to market your home to get the best possible market value for you. Look for a full-time realtor with integrity, professionalism, and the knowledge of the real estate market. Call Diane Zinn today at 724-437-7100. Tonight's soccer game is being brought to you in part by Dr. Michael Lemontowski and Surgical Associates, 10 Highland Park Drive here in Uniontown. They can be reached at 724-439-6340. Good luck to the area teams from Dr. Michael Lemontowski.